So let's start our lesson. The topic of the lesson will be about globalization. So many lessons we are talking about globalization. I chose the overall topic. What does it mean? The meaning of the globalization. Калимбетова, ушир жүрсеңіз негізді. So, let's start our topic. Let's start our lesson. What does it mean, globalization? The first slide about the globalization is the process of increasing connections. I need to open my video. Globalization is the process of increasing connections and interactions between countries in different areas such as trade, technology, migration, culture, and education. What does it mean, trade? Trade is when the countries buy and sell goods internationally. Technology, with technology we can communicate, fast communication, information exchange. What gives for us migration? People move and work in different countries. And the last one is culture and education. Also about ideas, traditions, and knowledge can spread globally. In simple terms, we can say that globalization means that the world becomes more interconnected between countries and interdependent. So, the overall meaning of the globalization is that the countries, businesses, people around the world are becoming more connected. Today, goods, for example, services, information, and even culture move across borders very quickly. For example, phone or cars may be designed in the USA and they can be produced in China and sold over the world. For example, our phones such as iPhone, Samsung, and etc. The next characteristics of the globalization. So,
Assalomu alaykum muallim. Assalomu alaykum. Muallim, men bupimni ko'rsatib больницада жүріп едім да, endi qo'yib жібермеңіз, iltimos.
Yaxshi.
Rahmet.
So the next about the characteristics of globalization, and they has several points. For example, first is increased international trade. It means that countries buy and sell more goods and services across borders. The next one is global communication. Technology and the internet allow people to communicate instantly worldwide. For example, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram. And the next one is movement of people, migration for work, for education, and better opportunities. For example, like me, people can go to another countries to study, to work, and other opportunities. Cultural exchange, it means ideas, traditions, food, and lifestyle can spread between countries. The next one is global production. Global production means products are often designed, produced, and sold in different countries. The globalization has several important characteristics, which I mentioned before. Countries trade more with each other. People communicate globally through technology, and cultures influence with each other. And companies also produce goods in different countries to reduce cost and reach global markets. International trade expansion. International trade expansion means is one of the key features of globalization. It refers to the increase in the exchange of goods and services between countries. Many points of them and their countries can make export and import between countries. Global markets become more interconnected and companies can sell their products worldwide. So also consumers have access to a wider variety of goods. For example, many multinational companies produce goods in one country and sell them in another many other countries. So international trade expansion means that countries trade more with each other than before, and goods and services can cross borders more easily, which connects national economies and creates a global big market. For example, as I said before, cars may be designed in Germany, assembled in other countries, and we can buy and sell them between global. The next slide is forms of globalization. Forms of globalization, as we know, we have economic globalization, cultural globalization, and political globalization. We will talk about this later more widely. So, first, I want to say about drivers of globalization. They have several uh, points. For example, technology development, transportation improvements, international trade policies, and multinational corporations. And the last one is global financial markets. So technology developments, it means the internet, smartphone, digital platforms make our life more easily. Global communication can go faster and easier. Transportation, modern transport, for example, airplanes, ships, logistics, allow goods to move quickly and easily around the world. International trade policies. Also, many countries reduce trade barriers and encourage free trade. Multinational corporations means that global companies operate in many countries and connect their markets together. So, the last one, global financial markets, they give us capital and investment more easily between countries. About the positive, economic, political and cultural globalization. Economic globalization refers to the growing interdependence of national economics through international trade, foreign investment, and global production. In our modern world, companies operate in many countries and create global chains. This means that different stage of production take place in different parts of the world. So, economic globalization also increased international trades, financial and cooperation between economies. Many countries benefit from access to new markets, technology transfer, and foreign investment. So it can create it can create challenges such as competition for local industries, economic dependence on global markets. The second one, political globalization. Political globalization refers to the increasing cooperation in interpretation and interaction between governments and international organizations. For example, today many problems cannot be solved only by one country alone. Issues such as climate change, global security, international trade, and migration require cooperation between big countries. International institutions such as United Nations help countries work together, discuss global problems, challenges, and develop common policies. Also, this political globalization also include international agreement, diplomatic relations, and global systems. Through this cooperation, of course, countries try to create their rules, their standards that regulate international trade, human rights, environmental protection, and global security. The third one is cultural globalization. It refers to the spread of ideas, traditions, cultural practices across different countries and also societies. Modern communication technologies and medium can make it easier for cultures to interact with each other and influence with each other, of course. So people can learn about different lifestyles, languages, music, food, and traditions from around the world. For example, international movies, music, fashion, uh, trends spread quickly through social media platforms such as Instagram, Threads, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, etc. So, cultural globalization also can promote mutual understanding and cultural diversity, allowing people to appreciate different cultures. So, however, some experts believe that globalization may also lead to the cultural exchange, where local traditions and identities become weaker due to influence of global culture. About the advantages, positive impact of globalization. So I want to see how much minutes we are recording. If it's more than 50 minutes, it will be enough. So, okay, I think it's not 15 minutes. About positive impacts, it can grow our economic globalization. For example, globalization help countries expand actually their markets and increase productions. Companies can sell their goods and services more internationally, which stimulate economic development and increase national income. The next one is greater variety of goods and services. So consumers have access to a wide range of products from different countries that can increase competition between companies and often leads to better quality and lower prices. The next one is technology and knowledge transfer. Is that mean that globalization allows countries to share innovations, uh, scientific knowledge, and technological developments. Developing countries can adopt modern technologies and improve their productivity. I want to see how there is recording or not recording. Остановись запись. So, about advantages of globalization, also For example, companies such as Apple, Samsung can operate globally and cooperate with suppliers and manufacturers in different countries. Also, the next advantages of globalization is cultural exchange. They promote communication between cultures. People can learn new languages, traditions, lifestyles, which increase cultural awareness and understanding of other countries. About the disadvantages, also we need to say about disadvantages of the globalization. First of all, is income inequality. The benefits of globalization are not distributed equally. Some countries and individuals can have more advantages, while others may experience economic difficulties. The next one is pressure on the local industries. Small local businesses often struggle to compete with large multinational corporations that have greater financial resources and global market power. The third one is about cultural. And that means that global cultural influences may weaken local traditions and cultural identities, such as global brands and media may become dominant. Environmental problems increase industrial production, international transportation, and resource consumption may lead to environmental degradation and also climate problems. The next one is economic dependence. Countries may become more too dependent on global markets. Economic crisis in one region can quickly affect other economics too. Also, globalization creates many opportunities for economic developments and cultural exchange. It also presents that significant challenges. Therefore, governments must develop their own policies that maximize the benefits of globalization while minimizing its negative effects. So, if we say we thought about challenges, about the conclusion. In conclusion, globalization has become one of the most important processes around the world, shaping the modern world. It connects countries economically, politically, culturally, as we said before, creating a highly international global system. Through globalization, Расширить демонстрацию. Through globalization, countries can expand trade, share technology, and exchange ideas, which contribute to economic development and innovation. At the same time, globalization also creates challenges, economic inequality. We talked about this before. Environmental problems, pressure on local industries can show that globalization doesn't benefit everyone equally. Because of this, many government and international organizations are trying to find ways to manage globalization more effectively. And the future of the globalization will likely depend on several important factors such as technological progress, international cooperation, and global political stability. Digital technology, artificial intelligence, and global communication network may also accelerate globalization by making interaction between countries even faster and more efficient. So, however, recent global effects and events have shown that globalization can also face obstacles. Trade conflicts, economic crises, and global pandemics, they show us that down international cooperation and encourage some countries to focus more on domestic production and national interests. Despite these challenges, most experts believe that globalization will continue more than disappear. And the world economy and the national societies have already become deeply interconnected between them, and it's difficult to completely reverse this process. So, the main task for governments, international organizations, and societies is not to stop globalization, but also to manage it in a way that promotes sustainable development to each country, economic stability, and social equality. Of course, globalization will continue to shape the future of the world economy, international relations, and the key question is not whether globalization will continue or not, but how countries will adapt to it and ensure that its benefit and shared more equally. So this was the conclusion and the questions to you. We will talk about this in our native language. The topic is about which type of the globalization do you think that the strongest impact on society, economic, political, or cultural globalization? So